Hi, everyone.
Hello.
We're back.
Yes.
Back at it again.
Except I can't be trusted with white vans.
Oh, no, me either.
Were they white? They were white.
Back at it again with the white vans. That
Yeah,
sounds
they
about
were
right.
white.
Daniel.
Blanco.
Speaking of old has-been one-hit wonders, can we, one thing that I do want to do in this episode, can we, recap, 2017?
I mean, we can try.
Best and worst 2017.
We can definitely try.
Okay, so that's something that I do want to do.
happening.
Oh, by the way, I have a salad. Okay.
That's fine.
But guys, we missed you. It's
We
been so
did.
long. What's it called?
Or guy. We missed you.
Guys,
whoever you are.
people, persons, places.
Those random views on YouTube that aren't me and Nancy.
I know.
We missed you.
I know for sure I give the videos at least 2 views.
I give them at least 1.
At least a view.
And a half.
For sure.
And then 1 accidental because I try to click on a Tati video and then this one will come up on while I'm loading everything.
Wait, yours comes up on the recommended?
Oh no, I look at my subscriber thing every day.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's so nice of you.
What?
I don't do that.
Did I subscribe to us?
Well, no, I don't subscribe to us because I'm logged in as us.
Oh, you're funny.
So, wait, but I have my own. I
Yeah.
wonder if I'm subscribed to us. Oh,
Wow.
Shit. Oh, shit.
Shad.
True colors. I don't know. Chrome didn't shut down correctly.
Oh,
You know what? I'm
welcome
mad
to
at
Scrambled again.
you. Welcome to Scrambled Podcast.
Welcome back if you've watched a prior episode.
Thank you so much for listening, or thank you so much for being here the first time.
Thanks for showing up.
Thanks for showing up.
You're showing up and showing out right now, and that's all we can really
Show
ask
up
for.
and show out. Okay.
Did you just subscribe?
No, I don't think so. No, I've been subscribed.
Oh,
I like our little thumbnails.
I do too.
This one, I need to go back and fix some of these.
That's okay.
This one needs fixing. This one needs fixing. They all need fixing.
They could all use some attention.
They can use some attention. Okay.
This lighting is really good during the daytime.
Mm.
Did you just touch your mic?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I heard
Oh, shit.
thump, and I was like, "What is that?"
Okay. I'm excited. Okay, so I do want to do a little recap of 2017. Do you have? Ooh, I'm gonna propose this.
Okay.
Do you have an overall chancla and peak of 2017? Just as a whole.
Yes.
You do? Okay,
Yeah.
I want to know it. I don't. I just made this up. So shit.
No, yeah. So a general chancla for all of 2017.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, it goes without saying that a general chancla goes to Commander in Chief.
Oh, that guy.
Oh,
Cheeto fingers.
what is my
Cheeto puff fingers.
I have a coworker or an ex-coworker who calls him 45
Why?
because she doesn't want to utter his name.
She calls him by his.
He's
number.
like Voldemort.
45.
She's his.
Can we do that?
She's his. She who not shall be named. She who shall not be named. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She's
Her.
his. Yeah.
Oh, that's my peak of 2017. Her album. No, I'm kidding.
Who am I? I got. No, I'm just kidding.
Surprisingly, it's not as bad as I anticipated because I did listen to it, and
It wasn't that bad. I have a couple songs on my iTunes, but
What the song?
but I didn't pay for the album. My boyfriend did, so I felt like it was my duty to not pay for it and just take his physical version of it.
Got it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm happy that she I give her the streams. I guess I gave her 2 albums.
Oh, she got none of that from me. I logged out of my YouTube account just so I could watch one of the videos.
I haven't seen any of the videos.
Yeah, no, she I'm not tied to her at all.
Fuck her. Whatever.
Yeah. Okay. So my general chancla for 2017 was.
I think I agree with your chancla. I just overall. You know what pissed me off in 2017 was the flat earthers. The flat earthers.
They were out in full fucking force last year.
They were, and I kind of knew it was a thing, but not really. I thought it was kind of a joke. They believe the Earth is flat.
They cannot. They also think Australia is not real.
Really?
Wait,
specifically flat earthers.
So there's a thread on Reddit. Let's first segue away from that for a second.
My peak of the year is discovering Reddit.
Reddit is I've been new.
Reddit is my new Tumblr.
I've been new. I use it to play Pokemon and find people to trade with. My cat's under the table now. Sorry, I'm gonna pet her. I use it to find people to trade Pokemon with on my games. I use it to read the news because I find news sites to be biased and intolerable. I use
Which Reddit can do that too.
Yeah. I use it to keep up with RuPaul's Drag Race.
Yes. That was my intention when going in there, and then it turned to naughty stuff real quick.
Yeah. And I use it now because there's a makeup addiction and a skincare addiction Reddits, which are great. So useful. And the women on them are so talented.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, the people on them, because there are men on the makeup addiction who are talented too.
Have you seen that new, I don't know who it is, but it's, and forgive me if it's not, because then that would sound so fucked. It's probably a K-pop singer group guy.
Go for it.
That's in like a foundation makeup campaign. He's like platinum blonde, obviously Asian, I don't know, Korean,
I don't know,
or Japanese or something. And he's in the commercial just came out for it, like in one of my
look it
my
up,
ads. How am I gonna search Asian guy in makeup ad? It's gonna
Maybelline Korea, Maybelline K-pop.
I don't know if it was Maybelline. I think it was like Estee Lauder, like
just
YSL.
put like K-pop makeup.
Yeah, no. Okay, I'm gonna look this up, but you can go on.
Okay.
With the Reddit.
So yeah, the Reddit thing has just been really useful for looking at news and learning more about the world. But the flat Earth thing. There's a Reddit called what is it called? Like something of Facebook. It's kind of like People of Walmart, but it's like People of Facebook. That Charisma at work just recently mentioned and advised me to look at. She was like, "No, you'll love it," and I was like, "Okay." So I looked it up. And I saw a thread where people like post photos. It's basically screen caps from Facebook that people post, and it's like of their stupid ass shit like their friends and family say.
Mm-hmm.
So insane people of Facebook. And the first thing I saw when I looked at it the other day was someone from the Flat Earth Society being like, Australia is not real. It's just a distraction.
Earth Society.
Yeah. But I do think that it was worth mentioning. And just Reddit in general. You should get on Reddit. My Reddit is back to Party City, the number 2 Party City.
Are you verified on Reddit? Like, do you sign up with your email and
your
real email? I'm not.
I'm a Virgo. I can't not have like an account verification happen for me.
Really?
If it doesn't, I'm like, how would the world know?
That's the appeal of mine. I don't even know my Reddit username. It's just something I made up on the spot. My email's fake.
So is mine.
But like, I can't verify it. Like, because that email's not real, so I can't sign into the email. Yeah. I don't know. I got really paranoid for some reason. I was just like, I don't need this to be traced back to me. I can't find it.
That's okay. So just far right and far left types are what your chunk low is for 2017.
Yeah, I think just like
extremists.
Political extremism is like my chunk low for 2017.
Pick a side.
Yeah, like the polarizing conversations that people are having, like some of them I agree with them, but I don't think it's conducive to a conversation that's like gonna help it or move anything forward.
I like how we're not in dark colors. I really appreciate that.
I know, because it makes the light. Like,
I know, it makes us pop. It doesn't look like we're just two faces.
Yeah.
I think
we
that's
look
really
angelic.
Good. I know, angelic.
Angelic.
I swear to God, my cat's giving me anxiety with how much she's just being stupid right now. She's in everything today.
She's just moving around.
All that extra time she spent this morning not in my room. She is thick.
My peak of 2017 is Thick Rihanna.
Yes, I love Thick Rihanna. And like, stop it.
Thickly.
Everything looks good on her, no matter what her size.
Yeah. She
just looks so great. She's a golden goddess. I really appreciate Rihanna for 27. I'm not gonna say actually. We can't have the same peak. Is that your peak?
What? It's one of them.
Oh, okay. I love that. I love Thick Rihanna. She's my fave.
Yeah. Okay, guys, let's do some ASMR real quick because Nancy's got a salad to eat.
Ooh, that sounds really good, actually.
Does it really?
Closer and quieter.
I can't rip it anymore.
Have you seen?
You just bossed me around. Closer and quieter.
Closer, quieter. Slap me. But what's it called? What? Have you seen that video of Cardi B doing ASMR?
Cardi B, another peak of 2017.
Have you seen her doing her ASMR of what is that song called that she had? I'm like blanking on it. Bodak Yellow. She did an ASMR of like part of one of her verses from Bodak Yellow. And I just thought, wow, what a cute fucking thing to do. And it was really, really funny because she committed to it. She knows what ASMR is. She was like, these expensive, these is red bottoms. Like, she actually, like, went in on it. She did her best.
I love her. I'm rooting for her. 100%. I want her to win all the things.
I do too.
I want her to win whatever Grammy, like, stupid award there is for, like, best new rap.
I think she did get nominated for best new artist.
She got nominated for, like, 5.
Yeah. Did they already have the Grammys? Did Beyonce already clean up?
I don't think so. I don't think she's gonna clean up very much.
Oh, yeah, because she didn't put an album out.
She had 2 babies.
Yeah, she was busy.
Best
I mean,
babies.
she could get out nominated for best new artist for putting those babies out there. Don't act like they're not going to be a girl group with Blue.
Do you think? I was just gonna say. Do you think Blue Ivy is gonna be like in the music?
They're going to call them Destiny's Destiny. Because honestly, Destiny's Child was just a foreshadowing for what's to come.
Was. Oh my God! If Kelly Rowland has a kid and then Beyonce's babies, and they form a super group,
And Michelle Williams is their manager.
Yeah, the momager.
They got to give her something.
Yeah.
Hashtag poor Michelle. You know that hashtag?
No.
It's a hashtag poor Michelle.
Really?
It was for a few years ago they did it, and it was just like
no.
poor
Okay,
Michelle.
we can't dig on Michelle 2 podcasts in a row.
We can't. We should leave her alone. She's
you,
been through
Michelle.
enough.
We love you, Michelle. And Michelle from Full House, we love you too.
I mean, I didn't say all that, but
I love you too. I take full responsibility for that statement.
yeah.
I think I got the wrong dressing.
Balsamic vinaigrette. What did
Yeah.
you just call me?
It's fine.
Is there apples?
It smells like glue. It's apple, chicken, whatever, cranberries.
Cranberries.
And more importantly,
Berries of the cran variety.
Yeah.
Can I just get like all croutons with like a piece of chicken?
Basically.
Can I get a chicken fried steak?
Can I just get the bag of croutons and some of the cheese, but still fill up the container?
I essentially want a patty melt that's just torn up and put in a bowl.
What's a patty melt?
It's 2 pieces of Texas toast with the meat and the cheese in the middle with the grilled onions and.
Oh, bitch.
It's really good.
That's yummy. Okay.
It's like a standard at Whataburger, I think.
Oh, Smooch, I see you. I see you eyeballing my salad.
She'll look at it, but she probably won't taste it unless it's sweet.
Someone I guess was watching the my old friend was watching the last episode of the podcast that we posted.
Yeah.
And she's I guess one of the first things that we talk about is like choking on cat hair.
Oh.
She posted on my Instagram like, wait, really, can this happen? She's like, I need to know. I was like, I don't know. Okay, so I'm trying to think of what other 2017 things that I really liked. I at the very end, I had like a week's worth of vacation off of work.
Oh,
at
yeah,
the
you did.
very, very end.
I like how you didn't text me at all during that time, except for when you were like, I don't want to go back.
Yeah, I was in complete hibernation mode.
And that was when I took my cue to apply for other positions.
No!
I was like, if Nancy doesn't come back, then I won't either. Not interested.
No. Yeah, I didn't. I was like, again, in full hibernation mode. I wasn't talking to nobody.
Yeah.
What's it called? I watched all of Jenna Marbles' videos, all 50 whatever of them.
Oh, from this year?
Within a day. Yeah.
That's good. That's fun.
It was a lot.
I like how it's like just from 2017, like from when it started to when it finished, like the way her videos changed. From like, I'm going to do something that you guys might like. And then she was like, never mind.
I'm going to dip my whole hand in wax and turn them into candles and then get a gel manicure and stick a fidget spinner on it.
And then do my boyfriend's nails.
She did. She shaved him at one point. No one asked for that.
No one did.
You know no one asked for that.
But I wanted it.
I know. I didn't even know I wanted it.
Me either. He's cute.
He's a cutie pie.
He is cute. He's a little patootie, you know?
They're both super cute. What are you excited for in 2018? And did you make any resolutions?
I don't do resolutions.
You told me that, and I was just like,
I don't do
resolutions. Better than me.
Because I'm me, and I know that if I want something done, I'll do it.
I'm not. I need it on paper. I need to like do.
I don't have to make a commitment because I am the commitment.
I'm irresponsible.
I asked before we filmed if Nancy could eat on the podcast because we need angles. I think 2018 is all about angles right now on this podcast. We're delving into other things. We want there to be something for everyone.
Have you ever been interrupted by ASMR though?
I'm not against it because I'm hearing it and it sounds very good.
I know, I can't hear it.
Okay, the mics that we have are called condenser mics and they're made specifically for like this type of stuff. So you can hear the crunches like the last podcast with the M&Ms. Mm-hmm. When you crunching on M&Ms saying that you're like chewing on my skull, it was so like Like, you heard it.
Yeah.
These mics do a really good job at picking up that sound. Yum.
From that sound, though, can you hear that I have a gap in my teeth?
No. Oh, that was rhetorical. I thought you were being, like, vulnerable.
No.
I was like, no.
For our listeners out there that aren't watching, I have a gap in my two front teeth.
I mean, I have, like, an entire mouth of fucked up teeth, so.
2018, I do want to, and I've said this for the past, like, 4 years, I want to relaunch my YouTube channel. Okay. But I'm so terrified of just not doing it.
When in doubt, show your feet.
No!
When in doubt.
I had that thought when I was watching Jenna's videos, because she did her acrylic toenails, and I was like, I wonder how many fucking perverts are on here just getting off.
You know that Clever channel on YouTube that, like, does, like, a lot of random stuff? It's like a conglomerate of, like, other small channels. Mm-hmm. They have a Clever style team, and people are always like, oh, they send emails to them like, oh, do a video about, like, pedicures, and, like, they know at this point, like, okay, stop recommending that we get pedicures and do the baby foot peel challenge because we know what you're looking for.
What is the baby foot peel challenge?
That, like, baby foot peel where you put your feet in the little bags and, like, you wait like 30 minutes or so, you take them off, and then, like, over the course of 2 weeks, all the dead skin on your feet peels off.
No,
to where it makes your feet, like, soft like a baby skin.
I thought you were talking about those little fish that eat your
It's
skin.
like that, but rapid.
Ew.
I'll show you some videos. They look real good. I love a peel, so, like, it's it's peel porn to the extreme.
Foot porn and peel porn.
Both. Porque no los dos.
When you belong to two demographics.
Yeah.
That's one of my resolutions, is to launch. Last year I didn't have, like, one resolution. I just had, like, a list of goals. Okay. Just, like, a list of things that I wanted to accomplish. I had goals. And some of them were, like, very just, like, basic be a person goals, like go to the dentist, which I did not do. Get new glasses, which I did not do. Yeah, those are just basic, like, I have to remind myself to be a human being sometimes. And that didn't happen in 2017. One thing that I do have is I want to keep doing this consistently.
Yeah.
The podcast, which I like your idea, because before what we were doing is we were filming kind of like in bulk, and then putting them out in bulk, like if we didn't have time to film. But then because just of the nature, like the free form nature of it, we would talk about things that were like, they
were like time sensitive.
Yeah, they were like time sensitive, or like they would be outdated. Like in the last episode, it's been like how long since Game of Thrones ended, like the season ended, and we talked about like the second to last episode or something. And so I didn't like that about it, but you came up with a really good idea of like filming one, posting one, filming one, posting one, which was like kind of like originally what we were doing, since we didn't have anything like back filmed. But I like that. I like that idea.
Well, because that way, once it's posted, we know we can like continue.
Yeah.
It's easier that way.
Yeah.
And today you're showing me how to use the editing program.
Yes, I am.
Okay.
And it's very easy. You're gonna laugh at how easy it is.
Okay. Good.
Yeah.
I'll laugh.
You're gonna laugh. And I'll get, like, you can download, like, you can film like a whatever video and like edit it. It's gonna, or I can give you some footage if you have like space on your computer. I can give you some footage.
I have footage.
So you can do like one of like either our very, very first episode that we never posted, I don't think, or one of the ones that we have back filmed.
Okay.
We can do one of those, so you can get a sense of like the bigness.
Cool. Yeah. That works.
Yeah. So I'm excited for that. I do want to launch the YouTube thing, but I don't know what I want to do on it. Like, I don't know what kind of YouTuber I want to be, because I used to post consistently. At least I used to post in like 2009, 2008.
I think
it's so different now.
From what I've seen on the YouTube verse is,
and I don't know if what I watch would be what I put out.
From what I understand, your audience can tell when your content is forced. Mm-hmm. So I think it shouldn't be a matter of what am I going to do on it, what should I do on it, versus
just doing it.
Just doing it. Doing what you see fit.
I like the snap that you showed me, or this that you sent me of Laura Lee's most recent video.
Where she literally like you can tell she like took her shoe off and like pulled her sock up and was like, "Let me file my foot on camera."
I think that's why people like her so much, even though she can be like
annoying as shit. I skip through that first 2 minutes of the video every time. I can't deal with that subscribe to my channel before you leave thing.
Yeah.
I'm like, no.
I do, like, as soon as she's like, let's sing the subscribe song, I'm like, beep, beep, on mobile. And it like forwards like just enough time to get past it.
Yeah.
So here, subscribe. Mm-hmm. That's it.
And that's all I really want.
I don't think I would have like little rituals like that though.
No.
Maybe they'll happen over time, but like
just have an abrupt opening.
Suck.
Hey, so I'm gonna do this today. So you want to hang out?
Exactly. I've thought about it for so long. There was like a whole like year that I was like, I was still in college. It's been 2 years since I left college. Like I was plotting like, oh, I want to start it again. Whether it's consistent or not, I don't care. I'll just start it. And I was thinking of like segments that I can do or like the ways that I can organize it or whatever, blah, blah, blah. Like stupid things that you do that never happen anyway.
Yeah.
And I was like, what would be like my intro? Because I do want it to be like consistent, like, but I wanted to be like straightforward, like Shane Dawson. Like he's like, hey, what's up, you guys? That's all he says. But he says it in every single video.
Hey, what's up, you guys? Yes.
Yeah. And that didn't happen. Like it probably happened on accident.
You know what I love about 2017? Manny MUA realizing his was annoying, and he like does it every few videos now. He'll do it sometimes when he's still like a wave to the past, but like now he's sometimes will just smile and then cut to back to what he was doing, and I'm just like, thank God.
Yeah, and then now
thank
it's
God.
part of his,
I still
like,
don't watch him and I
intro.
still don't subscribe, but
I subscribe and I watch him sometimes, but like when he like the videos of his that I don't like where are the ones where he like buys like a super gimmicky like product that he knows it's not gonna work. He knows it's not gonna work, but he orders it. It probably costs like way too much money. It takes forever for him to get it, and then he does the video and he's just like, okay, I've made my decision like within 2 minutes of using it, and it like not swatching.
Oh yeah.
Like he just used one. I think Nikki Tutorials did this one too, where it's like a like clear jelly with like fake fibers hair in it, and they put it for your eyebrows, and it's basically like Gorilla Glue with hair in it, and it probably costs like $30.
What's that stage
plus
stuff
$50
that people
for
use?
shipping.
That has like an interesting name. Spirit gum. It's like spirit gum.
Spirit gum's intense. You need a special remover for it.
You need like a solvent to remove. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm not about that.
Yeah. Oh my God, I need to get my hair out of my ears. Okay, perfect.
I don't know. I have a lot of things that I want to do. I obviously still want to do movies. I think that's fun. Last year I had it. That's like the only resolution that I kept.
To see
or that I
do movies.
That I exceeded in was I set out to do 6. I was like, that's reasonable. It's like one every other month if they come that way. But I was just like 6 is like a reasonable amount, and I did 8.
Good.
That's like the only thing that I did. I did like another resolution was like to learn like 3 new recipes, read 4 books. Did not do either of those. Yeah, like lame shit like that. Like things that like I can do like every
lame
3
shit
months.
like that.
I could do like every 3 months or every 4 months, and it would be like, okay, not too much pressure on my like lose 50 pounds. I did have I know I did have one resolution that was like lose 10 pounds of fat, but like when I weighed myself, I was like,
it's just not realistic.
It's just not realistic. Yeah, that wasn't gonna happen. I think like this year for sure I want to find a little bit more of like work and like fun balance, like work personal life.
Speaking of work, the single from Fifth Harmony.
Oh yeah. Gotta go to work.
Work from home, I think that's what it's called. But did you hear their new song Angel this year? Who said I was an angel? It's like they made thought music this year.
Ooh.
We'll play it after this. It's a great single. They all look beautiful in it. It's filmed great. The colors are great. It's not what you'd expect.
It's
a music video. No, it's called. I think it's just called Angel.
2017 peak was their performance where they threw
old girl off the stage before the performance started. Camila
Hair.
Carpool karaoke.
Yeah, they threw her off the stage, and then the other girl did a split.
And BB Rhea in the background is just like,
she just lost it. She went full Aja.
She was not ready. She was at the reunion. Aja, oh my God. Aja was the only one like, is everyone else seeing this? I love that. I love when some like people are being genuine in the audience and they're not just like Hollywood types.
Yeah,
that's so funny. Where like BB Rhea, is that how you say it? BB Rexa?
I say Rexa, but I don't know with these people.
That bitch, you know who it is. The one that's more popular than Rita Ora, but doesn't get the same like clout.
Rita Ora had like one good single though, and I can't even recall the name of it. It didn't sound like her, so I was just like, oh, this is a nice song, and then I saw that it was Rita Ora, and I was like, oh, good for you.
I can only ever think about that awful song she had with Iggy Azalea.
Was that her?
Black Widow. Yeah, and it was really bad.
Rita Ora, she does America's Next Top Model.
She wears red lipstick and does her best.
She does. I appreciate it.
But like honestly, could you imagine if Rita Ora told me you had to do anything? I would be so pissed.
Come at me when you're in the Billboard Top 10.
I was like, okay, well, when you get your original TV show, like, this isn't even your show. You know what I mean?
Isn't Tyra coming back? She is.
She's a fucking substitute teacher.
And they want... Tyra's coming back to America's Next Top Model, and Patrick Starr's going to be in the season. Or so I've heard on Twitter.
I love Patrick Starr. He was a good highlight for 2017.
With his MAC collection?
He had his MAC collection. Everyone loved Patrick's powder.
Shit. They did. My
Women
sister
of all
said she
shades.
wanted to give it to me for for Christmas, but it was sold out everywhere.
It is. It's really popular.
And I was like, that's not an excuse. You find a way. You find someone's trunk.
Yeah. No, right? You go to the mall parking lot and you buy it off of somebody who stole it.
I was like, Sandra, I was like, I almost bought you the Jaclyn Hill Becca palette last year.
Aren't they still selling the Jaclyn Hill palette?
For double the price on eBay because I thought it was limited edition and they weren't bringing it back. I almost paid almost $300 for that bitch.
Oh my god.
Just for you. I wasn't even going to get one for myself.
That palette would last forever though.
It has.
Yeah, I bet.
Well, I barely touch it, but she still uses it. And
you never touch any. That's why I didn't get you makeup for Christmas.
And I appreciate it because I use those panda sandals every day.
Are they good for like in the house?
I use them only on the carpet though.
Oh, okay.
So I use them often.
You can wash them though.
But not for long periods of time. But they're white and I don't ever wash whites. So unless I throw them with my blacks, then they're going to turn gray.
Yep.
And my washing machine's broken.
Oh, another chocolate for 2017 was the exposures.
Ooh, all the Twitter like blank is over party.
Yep. Twitter exposing people, sexual allegations out the wazoo. There was a website created. So that way the content you ingest as a consumer content you consume can not only have sexual allegations on it. The website, I think it's called the Rotten Apples, the Bad Apples, and you can type in whatever show or movie you're trying to watch and it'll let you know if anyone on it involved has been like accused of sexual allegations.
You snapped that at
the
me.
iCarly thing.
The iCarly, like, this show has no people, like, none of the cast members or crew members on the show have been accused of sexual allegations.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was hilarious.
Wholesome.
I thought that was a prank.
Thank
when you first
God.
showed that to me.
No, it's real.
I appreciate that though.
Mm-hmm. Because it really like puts what the things you consume into perspective.
One thing that I do appreciate, and this isn't exclusive to 2017, but I saw it more prominently in 2017, was people not just like standing idly by when it comes to things like calling people out, and also just like since it's like a very politically...
Fans checking their faves.
Well, we're going to talk about that.
Okay.
We're going to talk about how that happens and how that does not happen. But yeah. What's it called? Oh, like modernizing the political movement in terms of like calling your senators and your...
oh my
like
God.
like
what
apps,
I told you about? Yeah.
Yeah, like the apps that have come up. Just all of that. Like at the beginning of the year, and I have a shitty ass phone, so my phone like literally wouldn't run the program anymore, but there was an app where it would show you all of the bills in your state. Like you would log in, it would it said select your state, blah blah blah. It would show you everything that was available that was going to be voted for, and you could pull up the number of your congressman, you could pull up the number of your senator, like anything that you needed, it was right there, like with a touch of a finger. And it would have made it really, really easy for you to be involved or just like in the know without having
answer
to
a couple questions, enter your verbatim. We will create a letter for you. And then I actually I went to my family's house and checked the mail the other day. That's where I get all my mail forwarded to. And I actually got a letter in the mail from the congressperson that I, talked to. And they, were basically acknowledging the fact that I reached out to them via fax and letter. Yeah. So it's like, there's no reason for you to not be involved now. It takes 5 minutes. There's no excuse. 5 minutes or less. It's like a fucking hot and ready pizza.
Yeah. If you
hot
can
and ready
order
political
a pizza,
awareness.
You can be involved in your local government.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's no excuse.
If you have like the nerve to like take off your nail polish at home and do nothing while you do so, then you have the time to be political and like raise your voice about something.
Yeah. And you don't have to be obnoxious about it. Like and like push it down people's faces or their throats. Like you can just it's totally okay for you to have your beliefs like in here in your household and just do your due diligence and like practice what you preach and like be involved in a personal perspective.
Definitely.
You know, because like the people around you, like that's your business, and like how you handle them is like your business, but like how everybody votes and everybody voting in general that's everybody's business because it affects everybody.
Yep.
So that was another peak of just like 2017 in general. It's just like seeing how, and whatever people like make those applications, like they have everybody's best interest, you know? Obviously they're not doing that with any sort of ill will. Yeah. I appreciate that. But speaking about checking your faves, and more importantly, not checking your faves, I have my chancla.
Was Tommy Loren fired this year?
No.
Or last year?
I think it was last year.
Oh, okay, whatever. I'm so grateful.
She needs to go.
She needs to fucking leave. But what were you saying? Go ahead.
Oh, so my first chancla of 2018 for this first episode of 2018 of the Scrambled podcast is Mr. Logan Paul. Now, did you hear or did you not hear?
Good.
His recent visit to Japan and I'm going to slaughter this, the Aokigahara forest at the base of Mount Fuji, also known as the Suicide Forest.
Oh, if you type in Suicide Forest on Google, it literally goes to Suicide Forest Logan Paul.
Isn't that sad?
I mean, not for when it comes to exposure.
He has, and he's the good one.
Aokigahara.
Aokigahara. Well-known forest, probably more well-known because of its reputation for it being the quote-unquote suicide forest.
It's a suicide hotspot, essentially.
Yeah. And it was traditionally... I don't know if
the signs in it are so sad. Have you seen like footage of the signs? Like, think of your kids, think of your family. Yeah. Understand you're not alone. There is someone who can help you. Like, oh my God. And all in a foreign language, it's even like more impactful because it's like in the language of the people they know are visiting. And I think that's really interesting.
I wonder if it's also like, I wonder if they have like non-residents kill themselves there, like people that travel. I'm
certain people travel and hope for closure while they travel, but sometimes they don't get that and they get there and they're like, okay, well then I'm certain that's happened. But
it's really sad. I never thought about that.
Go ahead with your Logan Paul story.
Oh, well, yeah, if you guys haven't been living under a rock, Logan Paul is a very, very popular YouTuber,
influencer type
nowadays. I came across him specifically because I think I saw it recommended to me. I was in the market for ridiculous gifts and I was gonna buy one of those. My nephews are colorblind, and earlier in 2017 or 2016, I don't remember, he had put out a video of those colorblind glasses.
Yeah, the ones that help colorblind people see in true color.
And so that video, I don't know if it was that video specifically that had really popped off for him, but that's the first video that I came across. Like,
sorry, my ice makers. Oh, and I forgot to turn it off. I was hoping I would have
So that's the first video that I ever watched. I think it's the only video that I've ever watched of his, and that's how I came across him. I didn't even know his name was Logan Paul when I came out of that. But long story short, he made a video where him and a bunch of his entourage or friends or whatever went to Japan and visited, quote unquote, the suicide forest.
That wasn't even like the tip of the iceberg though with his drama.
Oh no. Well, him and his brother Jake Paul have, like, 2017 was just like a lot. Like the brother.
No, but did you see the footage from the trip?
Yeah.
He was just not only in the suicide forest, but like
Pokeballs at like random people in the street. He threw one, or he like tossed it at a police officer in a Pikachu onesie. Like, he was just doing all kinds of nonsense.
He was basically being purposefully being an ignorant, arrogant American in a foreign country, knowing damn well that he was being that on purpose.
And he opened his video. He's like, I don't want to be disrespectful. Or I don't know if it was the opening of his video, because I haven't seen any of his videos. But he, like, one of the first things that he says in his video is like, I don't want to be disrespectful because, you know, like, Asians and Japanese are all about respect. And then it immediately cuts to him in him in
a full Shogun style outfit.
Yeah, like with the little like straw cone
traditional
hats.
Japanese like kimono
Kimono.
Straw hat.
And like like running, like anime running through the streets, like being an idiot, and like he jumps on the back of like a pedicab's like thing, like a cart in the back, and he's just like riding the bicycle, driving, and he's like, oh my god, he doesn't even know that we're here, and then he like shoves the camera in his face, like, you know, that guy didn't sign a consent form to be on camera. Like, dude, what are you doing? You're technically a professional YouTuber. You get paid off of the monetization that you get from these videos, which he demonetized the video of him in the suicide forest. Anyways, the big drama was that he came across a dead body in the suicide forest, and he filmed it. When he put the video up originally, the thumbnail that was for the video had the body in it, so it was like his face, like shocked, and then right next to it was the body. I don't remember if it was like blurred slightly or if it was in full exposure, but it was there.
Him standing next to a corpse, essentially. Yeah.
And so a lot of the people that were critiquing it were like, dude, in order, like, the video opens with a disclaimer, like, this shows death and suicide, blah blah blah. The disclaimer isn't worth shit because, bitch, we just saw the thumbnail. We had to see the dead body before you even gave the disclaimer. And then I don't know if like the whole video is like the forest, or if the whole video is like Asia and the forest. I don't know. But he goes into the forest and he films the body, and then someone in his immediate group is like, can you believe that we just saw a dead body? And he kind of just like giggles and laughs, and he does this at a couple times, and for that I do accept like that there is like an instant like where you have like a nervous emotion laugh. Where you just don't know how to process that, and especially if you're on camera and you're trying to be this personality, you're probably gonna laugh, especially if you don't have like, if your coping mechanisms are weird. So that I can understand, but like, so apparently his original apology was like, I didn't make any money off of this video, I want to apologize. It was very much like a non-apology.
Very much like his agent called him and said, listen, sis, this isn't gonna work out for you. I don't know what the fuck you were thinking, but you're not that white and lucky.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, he is though.
He really
like,
is.
He's getting like,
he's a Vine celebrity, isn't he?
I don't know if that's where he started. I would not be surprised, to be honest, if that's where he started.
A lot of the most problematic people on YouTube are Viners.
A lot of the newer people, and there's like people that keep it PG, like Liza Koshy and David, like, her boyfriend,
David
and, like,
Dobrik. That's because he has a bunch of people from the same sites who are in the same situations, and they're actually capable of learning.
But you can just tell that he's just not a turd human being.
He's not,
to a certain extent.
He's
like,
just a troll, but he's not like,
he's a troll for sure.
He's not unnecessarily offensive or intentionally offensive for no reason.
Like, I'm looking at Logan Paul's Instagram, and it hurts me to just even like give him the thing, but like, he has a picture of himself in like a kimono. Obviously it's one of those like inexpensive kimonos that they sell, like probably at like
$10 ones you buy on the street.
With
it's not good. It looks like it's made out of the same material like a bed liner would be made out of. Like hospital scrubs.
Japan will never be the same. And then like dressed up as like Pokemon characters, like, I mean, I get it because it's like Japanese culture is something that's like, it's 2018, let's grab.
There's a time and a place though. Yeah,
like, I don't know, it's just like, it didn't need all of that. He deleted his apology off of Instagram.
I thought he deleted his YouTube.
He deleted the video, and he put out an apology video on YouTube, saying, I should have never done this. It's like,
so sorry.
Yeah, so sorry.
1 minute and 45 seconds.
35 million views 5 days ago. Like, Logan Paul just ended his career. Like, that's where the body was, like, right there.
He's stupid.
It's just like,
that's
like,
so fucking
why?
gross.
Like, your brother just got out of this giant controversy of like not paying his employees, like possibly harassing a girl, like getting fired from his Disney Channel job. Like, he was like the good
Where
one.
are their parents?
Where
the fuck are these young men's parents?
I would not be surprised if he's like younger than me, if he's like 23,
I
22.
wouldn't be surprised either, but like still, you know what I mean?
And the part that
Jesus,
circles
his hair
this
looks like ramen
all
noodles.
the way back to like fans not checking themselves, like in the video, there's people that are like coming to his defense. in there was this girl that used to be in Philip DeFranco had this like you know who Philip DeFranco is, right? He does like a new show.
He has a baby.
And he has 2 babies.
2? I thought he just had 1. Okay.
Yeah, he has a newborn.
Oh.
Well, he has this big news show where he does like daily news.
What is it called?
The Philip DeFranco Show.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's easy.
Yeah, it's like very straightforward. He started it forever ago. It'd probably be called something different. But he used to have this big production company who was partnered with Discovery Channel called SourceFed.
Oh,
and it
okay.
was a news show with
I remember
hosts.
SourceFed. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that shit. And
they did Cards Against Humanity like all the time.
Mm-hmm. They had like not a podcast, but like basically. So they had a lot of hosts come in and out. A lot of networks do this now, but that's dead and gone. SourceFed is gone. And a lot of people split up and did their own things. One of those hosts' name is Reina Scully. She apparently who is a Japanese person.
I know, yeah.
Born in Japan. She did a lot of the gaming stuff on SourceFed. She has her own channel. I think she works for Schma. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Is she the one who went to, look her up real quick. Reina Scully. I think I know who this is. I think I recently... Yes! I just watched a video with her on it of when she went to... Or I guess she lives in Japan. Or went there for a bit and went to the Pikachu parade. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. I love her. She's super cool. I don't follow her
super closely. But she did a video response on... it's literally titled How I Feel About What Logan Paul Did in Japan. I haven't watched the video, so I can't really account for what she said. Mm-hmm. But apparently a lot of his fans flooded her comment section. And I mean... I don't know if she disabled it, but he doesn't like. I want to find one where like they were like tearing her apart. Like I think it was Philip DeFranco really who said, oh God, "It shows you rich Logan Paul's song hero." I think it was Philip DeFranco who said like my former employee is like getting attacked by the Logan Paul people who like can't fathom somebody like racial slurs they were calling her. They were calling her like a fucking idiot. They were saying like Logang for life, like dumb shit like that. And I was just like, guys, do you not understand that was a person that he filmed and exploited? Before any news outlets got wind of it, like it had 6 million views.
Yeah.
And like I don't know how many thumbs up.
Yeah. So he was getting away with it to a degree, and
there's no repercussion. My biggest problem is that there's no repercussion from YouTube because that's where he's posting and monetizing.
It's the same as Sam Pepper. It's the same reaction Sam Pepper had to his Groping Women video. I think he still has a channel now where he kind of just like tries to stay low key. Yeah. But I mean, he didn't get his channel banned. He got the video like suspended, and I think for a while his account was, but then he was reinstated, no problem.
Yeah, I remember Sam Pepper.
But that goes into the
color. After that, like you could tell the difference in his content. Like who talks about Sam Pepper? I mean, like pranking videos in general have gone down.
Whack. Ever since Prank versus Prank ended, I'm not interested.
Yeah. Oh, Prank versus Prank. Didn't they like split up?
Yeah, he didn't want to marry her.
Is that what it was?
I mean, no.
I didn't follow them. I didn't follow them a lot, but my nephews really like them, and
I'm happy that they're on to bigger and better things. I'm happy that they're both where they want to be.
That's good.
Because when they broke up, he had like just lost his mom. Yeah.
I was unreasonably sad about it because I had no attachment to them in general, but I think weren't like Jenna and Julian friends with them? Mm-hmm. Something like that. Because that's when they started doing pranks too. Mm-hmm. That's how I knew about them. And then my nephew showed me videos of them, and I was like, oh, that's so cute and it's clever, and it's like nice that it's a couple. Yeah. And then they showed me then they showed me the video of like, oh, it's over. And then I don't know if I had subscribed to them at that point, but I saw the breakup video that they did, and I was just like,
I think they're both big enough to like talk about it openly though. Because it was a big thing with their subscribers while they were split up and still making videos.
Mm-hmm. I think that's the best thing to do.
I like how they still had a commitment to their subscribers though. Yeah. I thought that was really nice to put them into consideration.
What are
when
they
it
doing
came to,
now?
They're doing individual stuff.
Oh, okay.
I know Jesse's still big on PvP, but I think Gina's moved on to either her own channel or behind the scenes type stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I mean, they got so much exposure and they had so many opportunities because of that channel. Like, I don't think that it was necessary for them to stay on the channel at all.
Weren't they gonna do that show that Tyler Oakley did? It's like not Survivor, but Amazing Race.
Maybe that would make sense.
I thought one of them was gonna go into Amazing Race.
I don't know. Jesse got really cute towards the end of PvP. He got real cute. He turned into one of those like Yeezy types, and that like really.
He had the fuckboy haircut.
That really butters my biscuit, like low key.
You know how? Okay, can we do like Like blank is over party 2018.
Yeah.
Okay, so Logan Paul obviously over. You know who I want to be
Cancelled.
over because I just can't stand his like face.
Who?
G-Eazy. And that song,
it ain't safe. That one.
I don't know, something I'm a piper.
Yeah.
Or something I'm a
Except
piper.
honestly, he's canceled, but Cardi B's verse stays forever.
Oh, yes, Cardi
Make
B
you a man,
wins.
meet me out.
She wins.
I might turn G-Eazy out. Are you kidding?
I am.
She like bossed him on his own song.
She really did. I love her. I love her forever. I saw her. Obviously, I listened to Bodak Yellow. You showed me Bodak Yellow.
Yes, I did.
And I think I had heard it already, but I saw her on a marathon that Love and Hip Hop had when she was in it. And I love Love and Hip Hop from like the Erica days and the Sin days. And then I looked her up because I knew she had music, and she has like EPs out the ass. Like she doesn't have an album.
This was my
she has
favorite.
2 EPs. Yes, I saw that.
There's nothing I love more than a woman in a limo getting head from a man while she like chugs a Corona.
I love that bitch. I fucking love her. She was great on Love and Hip Hop. I haven't listened to her EPs that she has though, or her mixtapes.
She's great.
But I've seen some of her freestyles that she does. Freestyles because they're probably really rehearsed.
Honestly, she's putting Migos back on the map because like they were losing relevancy, and then as soon as Offset got with her, it was just kind of like, oh, pick them up again because they're featuring her.
I hope it would hurt my heart if they like not their relationship, but like now that they're engaged and it's like a thing, if it didn't happen.
They had that scare where his iCloud got hacked, and the photos and conversations he was having with other women or one other woman came out.
I don't know their arrangement. Like, what if they have like an open relationship?
They don't. Apparently, she didn't know about it, and she found out about it and said like, if this ever happens again, you are losing your wife.
Oh, bitch.
So he's already been checked once, and I don't think he's gonna get it anymore. I don't think she has the bandwidth to give him that because she's already so busy. She doesn't need any of that bullshit.
Yeah.
And it's very big of her to give him another chance because I don't know if I'd do that.
Yeah.
But he's doing fine.
I don't see. I don't like those rappers. Like I don't even.
Yeah.
They don't even register. Like when you sent me that song, I listened to Offset's verse, which I like because he mentions Britney Spears getting out of the Lamborghini, which is just a timeless reference for me.
Yes.
But like immediately after Nicki's verse, I didn't hear anything.
Right, noise. And Nicki's verse was even kind of stupid. It was bad. Like compared to Cardi's, like
it was bad.
I think Nicki needs to step her game up because she can't just be a fat ass thought making verses now anymore.
The thing is, like for me, and we touched on this in the last episode where I crave for artists to have some sort of substance behind just like rolling on my wrist and like Lamborghini and like Prada, you know, and all she does is like name drop brands and name drop the thing that she can afford, which is cool. Yeah, which is cool. Go for it. Like I get it. You've worked hard for your money, but like, can you also be more than that? And the feature, I understand it, but like if it's every single feature and every single thing that you put out, I'm just like, okay, another.
She's gonna Anne Hathaway herself in rap. Just overexpose herself to a point of irrelevancy.
No.
Especially if she keeps up this shtick that she has, because with the Cardi B's and the Remy Ma's and every other woman that's coming back to hip hop now, or has been and is now like releasing like material.
Yeah.
She's gonna get the comparisons, and it's not gonna look good. It's a double standard because men don't get the same comparisons in hip hop, but when it comes to like women in hip hop, she is gonna get those, and she is gonna fall flat, and it's not gonna be anyone's fault but her own. Because she knows that she's being challenged.
I appreciate though that she's sticking to her own style, because even in that song, like it was very much like a trap beat song, and she like which made her verse actually catchy.
She started it and then she like got faster and then she slowed it back down.
Yeah, like she had her own tempo. Like she's like, okay, we're going on Nicki time now.
Yeah.
And like she slowed the tempo down. Like her verse was like all over that beat. Like it was weird time signature situation. And it was catchy. Like it stayed in your brain because of that, because it was a little bit slower.
Yeah.
But it wasn't, as far as like lyrically, it wasn't strong. Mm-hmm. I didn't care for it. It was stuck in my head because it slowed it down though.
Yeah. But Cardi is just so great.
I love her. And the thing is, like, I feel because
she's the trap Selena. That was too good. That was too good to ignore.
She's in that Spanish song too, La Modelo.
She can speak Spanish too.
diversified her demographic.
She knows what she's capable of doing, and she's doing it.
She's doing
and I don't. No one's out there doing that.
No, they're not. I love it. I love it. I love it. I appreciate it. I want her to win all the things. She is
Daddy
great.
Yankee is shaking.
There needs to be well, I guess that's it. I guess that guy I don't know the guy that does La Modelo, the guy that's rapping or whatever, but she needs to do a big collab with like a big Spanish person,
like Ricky Martin.
Oh my god, where is Ricky
Could you
Martin?
imagine if like Ricky Martin
Malula,
or what La Mula, the guy that like works with Ricky Martin sometimes and does music with him. If him and Cardi B had a song together, I think it'd be really good.
Oh my god.
Where was she on Despacito?
She's working on her album.
They had like a minimum of a max of 5 artists on that song. Yeah. They couldn't put anyone else on it.
Justin Bieber like won 2017 though. Like low key, all his features, like he probably had like 5 top songs.
But bitch put an album out.
I know.
Where's your album? Cardi B dropped a second verse. Cardi B dropped a second song.
She did. And
Bartier Cardi?
Yeah.
Ugh, good song.
I like it.
She puts the pussy on Offset. I love her. She's just great.
We can just sit here all day and talk about Cardi B.
She makes me happy. She makes celebrity and like fame so like attainable.
I think yes. And I think I like her the most because like she does like Instagram stories and like Snapchat.
She has no problem
where she's just
updating
like,
us.
Yes, where she's just like, I'm sick, y'all, or she's like, look at this thing, I'm gonna eat good today. She's like, who had? She's just fucking great.
I love that she lives in Fashion Nova.
Yes,
that she just like wears nothing but Fashion Nova, and she'll have like a Rolex and nice shoes, but she's like, that's all I'm spending money on.
She's like, I have Louboutins on, but this is from Fashion Nova, $30.
$30, bitch. What did she say? $20, bitch. Learn how to budget, hoe.
I love her.
Shoes, $500. This outfit, $30. Fashion Nova. Learn how to budget, hoe.
I love
She's
her.
great. She's just a regular schmegular girl. Like I would run into that girl at a call center.
Yeah.
Right? Would we not?
She probably had.
Just at her computer with her nails.
Before she got her butt installed and her boobies installed, she probably worked at a call center. And she got that stripper body.
I knew a girl where we worked that had a fake butt.
Yeah.
And fake boobs.
Really?
Mm-hmm. She was a stripper. She got them for work. They're tax deductible. Which I think is a thing.
It is a thing. It's work expenses.
That is a work expense. And mama, let me tell you, you get some miles put on them.
That's so funny. I think there's a limit on that though, but I don't know. When it comes to
if I spent $8,000 on some nice titties, I'd probably want to deduct on those too.
I know, right?
Right? Bitch, you thought.
A refund, a reimbursement of sorts.
Right.
Oh my god. Who else? I'm trying to think of who else. For 2017. Oh, what's your chancla for this week? Do you have one?
This week, my chancla is, you're going to laugh at me, I'm finally caught up with Grey's Anatomy.
You are?
And I have to wait till January 18th. Today is January 9th? 7th. And I caught up with Grey's Anatomy this week, towards the middle of the week. And I've been watching Scandal, but...
How are you going to get your fix?
No, yeah, I know. So I'm just like, I can't just like continuously watch the series. Actually, someone at work found out that I was like caught up on the Netflix side of Grey's Anatomy, and they were like, oh, but the current season is still on. And there's 8 episodes, so you need to watch those. And I was like, I don't have like Hulu or cable, so. And they were, that's all I said. I was like, I don't have Hulu or cable. I'll just wait for it to be on Netflix. And then like they just sent me their login information. She just wanted someone to talk to about it, so it would make sense. But
I need to watch Grey's Anatomy.
That's my chancla, is being caught up finally, and I just don't want it. I didn't want it. I didn't want it to happen.
I didn't see it coming.
Yeah, I did not want it to happen for me.
Aww.
I wanted to just be forever behind.
Aww.
Yeah.
Do you have a peak of the week?
I do, and it also has to do with TV.
Ooh, I don't have a peak of the week, so make it good.
How to Get Away with Scandal.
Wait, what?
So Shonda Rhimes, as you know, has a production company called Shondaland, right? Mm-hmm. Where she produces How to Get Away with Murder, Scandal, and she started Grey's Anatomy. She made it canon this week that How to Get Away with Murder and Scandal exist in the same universe.
She's breaking the rules.
She is breaking the rules. And you know what she did?
You can't do that.
She let the people on her show post photos of each other in like their environments. So she posted Viola Davis's character. What is her character's name on the show?
I don't watch either of those shows. I need to.
No, but yeah, Viola Davis was essentially on the set of Scandal in the Oval Office, and she's like posing, and she's like, at Kerry Washington, what's up? Where are you? And
what the fuck?
And Kerry Washington did the same thing and was like, I don't know where you are, but I'm here at the Oval Office. Where are you? And like everybody was like, bitch.
How many seasons of Scandal are there?
Scandal is 7 or 8 right now, and they're planning on ending it. So it would make sense that she thinks that it's okay for them to like collide for a minute.
That's the big finale.
And I'm interested in seeing what the storyline for How to Get Away with Murder is.
How many seasons is that in?
I have no idea. I still have to catch up. I'm like 2-3 seasons behind. Shit. Yeah, and since I finished Grey's Anatomy, that's what I'm watching right now is Scandal. And it's a really hard show to palate because they talk about everything. Grey's Anatomy I like because they cover like social issues, but Scandal and How to Get Away with Murder, Scandal covers issues where it's like political stuff, things that are happening now. Like they had a Donald Trump-esque character a couple seasons ago.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
From election times or what?
Yeah. To where basically at the end of the season they exposed him, and he was basically like, I don't believe any of that stuff. I'm just saying that to get the right. Yeah. And then when it was exposed, he didn't get the presidency for it. So like it was kind of thing. It was like her perspective on how she thought that show was going, or like how her writers thought the show would be. What? But I think she created Scandal. It was Scandal that she confirmed there's already an ending to it.
Yeah.
She already knows what it's going to be. She knows how she wants it to end up. It's just a matter of having the time to make everything play out.
Yeah.
So she's ending Scandal soon.
That's cool that it's in the same universe. That's
Isn't it?
Really, really cool.
And it would make sense. I'm like, everyone lives in Shondaland. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if Grey's Anatomy is too. Grey's Anatomy has like so many seasons though. And I found out that the way it's gotten so good is that the people who play the characters, like Ellen Pompeo, who plays Meredith Grey on the show, she's a producer now.
Oh,
so she produces the show, and she has say in what her character does. Yeah. And that's why it has 14 fucking seasons, and you love her character so much. Yeah. Because she really cool. Yeah, she gets to pitch ideas for her own character, and they get to like see if it goes in.
That's really fun.
It is fun. You should really watch the show. I'd recommend it. I highly recommend Grey's Anatomy. Yeah. It's just too good to not.
I don't know if we can.
They have conversations about race, conversations about fucking Nazis.
Is that like a show where you can watch it like syndicated? Like where it's like you watch an episode from season 4 one day and then you watch an episode from season whatever the other day?
You can, yes, but
it's not as fulfilling.
It makes nods to character development. So it kind of you have to like you can watch an episode because every episode has like 1 or 2 patients that are brand new and they come and go. Yeah. But I recommend starting from the beginning just because of how much you can see the characters change. Yeah. And like how much you can hate. Like I hated the character Alex Karev in the show, like the first season and second season, but then he just got better and now he's like a pediatric surgeon. He like operates on babies and like makes families whole again. Oh, yeah. That's how your face is how I felt about the entire fucking show. I can't handle that. It's an intense show. There's like episodes where like a donor falls out and only one of the 2 kids can get something. No. Like insane shit. It's such a good show though. I would handle that. I highly recommend that show. It's you think you can't handle it, but you can. I can watch it. I can watch it and eat food now. Because when I first started watching it, I was like, "Oh, they're like pulling intestines out of people. I can't watch this while I eat."
Your tolerance.
And I asked our friend Amy if I could. I was like, "Am I ever gonna get to a point where I can get past the surgery?" And she was like, "Probably, yeah." And she was like, "I can watch it and eat and snack now," and I can too now.
On Twizzlers.
Yeah. No, like, oh my God, they like have brains like expanding in people's skulls and people coming in with like rods going through their body and into someone else's.
Ooh, like, I would watch it just for like the SFX.
They also have like episodes where it's like wild shit. Like there's an episode where a girl went to a prison and got taken into the hospital or visited the emergency room at Grey's because she was having issues after visiting her boyfriend, whatever, and she had a gun in her vagina that she was going to give to him. And while she's in the ER having her like vagina pains because there's a gun in her cervix, she like her muscles contract and she shoots the guy next to her through her like body.
The fucker.
Yeah, and he's a hypochondriac, so like at the end of the guy who gets shot at the end of the episode, he's like, "I'm never coming to the hospital again." And the girls at the hospital are like, "Thank God." Wow. Yeah, so something good came out of like her character with the vagina gun.
What
but
a
like
fucking shit show.
There's Let me just throw
I'm
this
down
at you.
for that. I subscribe to that.
Let me throw at you this scenario. There is an ongoing gay lesbian character who got into a plane crash, survived, lost a leg, and is now an amputee who dates other women.
What?
Okay, so there's levels to like the amount of like inclusion that this show has.
Yeah. That's cool.
There's the main character has a sister who is black that was the illegitimate child of her mother while she was cheating on her father with another surgeon at the hospital, who comes into the show later on.
What?
And their sisterhood gets confirmed.
Wait, really?
They share the same mother but have two separate fathers. And the one didn't know the other existed.
What the hell?
It happens twice on the show.
Oh my god. They have so much time that like this.
There are two sisters that get brought into the show.
Oh my god. Of the same person?
Of the same main character. This show is wild, bitch. You have no idea. There's an episode where one of the surgeons dates a PTSD veteran who wakes up in the middle of the night to him choking her because he saw the ceiling fan and it reminded him of helicopter
propellers. Oh hell no.
They get married.
What the fuck?
It's the best show. It's such a great show.
Everybody that I know that started watching Grey's Anatomy is like a hardcore.
Because you watch it and you're just like, the show is so dramatic, but like surprisingly enough, every situation is realistic. It's just like, man, these people have terrible luck.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's an insanely good show. I love it. It's doing amazing, sweetie.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot that's happening.
It's an amazing show. I would never stop recommending it. It
would literally take me my entire lifetime to watch.
I'm trying to get Mark to watch it, but he's like afraid.
Why?
Because there's a main character. The main character's mom has like Alzheimer's, dementia type stuff, and his mom, so
it hits home.
Yeah, it hits home a lot. There's an episode about a character who I have mental illness in my family. Mm-hmm. So there's a character in one of the shows that gets brought in who has a mental illness, and she's been her family thought she was kidnapped, but she actually was just schizophrenic.
Oh fuck.
Yeah. So
how did that?
So she just disappeared one day, and they thought that someone's kidnapped her, but she was actually hiding because she thought people were after her. And she spent like a majority of her life, like a majority away from her parents for years, and they like went through buryings, like a funeral for her and everything. And then she just gets reintroduced because she has like a little, what do you call those things that help your heart beat? The little machine. Mm-hmm. Pacemaker. A pacemaker. Mm-hmm. She has a pacemaker, and it's really, really old. And the hospital gives her a new one, and they have like a little ID on the pacemaker that they scan and find out who her family is, and they like notify the family. And the whole episode is about like, will she even remember who we are? Is she too far gone? Yeah. And thankfully at the end of the episode you find out she's not. She still remembers them. It's just she's mentally ill. So like they walk into the room and she's like, hi dad, and then blah 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 blah, and then her mom speaks and she's like, yes mom, and then she starts talking again to herself. So it's like she can hear people talking to her. It's just she's schizophrenic and like has problems. And it was just like, it was an episode for me that made me cry because I was just like, meh. Yeah. It's a great show though. It's so good. Ooh.
It would take me my whole lifetime though to get through that. 12 seasons.
Yeah. 14, sorry.
The only show that I've ever watched that's that long is like Supernatural. The last time I watched an episode of Supernatural was like literally when I was getting ready for the Beyonce concert with my friend. We put on Supernatural. That's the last time. That was a year ago.
That's pretty funny.
Ago. Yeah, that's fucked up. Do you watch Black Mirror?
No,
it's good.
It seems good, but it's just kind of like I don't understand its relevance. Like I'm just not into those shows that's like, oh, we're gonna make you think. You know what I mean? And like I watched the first episode.
To be a standalone video that we just post on Instagram.
Oh, I'm not into those
shows where it's like, oh, we're gonna make you think.
You know what I mean? Like oh, we're gonna get you woke. Like the first episode of Black Mirror that I watched was like the one where the guy like threatens to kill himself, and then they give him a show where he threatens to kill himself. Like he holds the thing up to him.
Oh yeah, the guy with the guy from Get Out.
Yeah, and I was just like, this is like kind of whack, and I'm just like not very interested in like being woken up to this kind of bullshit.
Yeah, that one, it was good up until that moment because it was predictable at that point. There are some episodes that are really good versus the others. I think I just like the fact that it's like far enough ahead in the future where it's not like the Jetsons.
It's not too distant.
Yeah. I like that aspect because it's like very innovative. It's hard to do like sci-fi that's close to you. It's hard to do sci-fi that's like believable and relatable, and they keep it close enough to now that it's still like humans having interactions, but they keep it far away enough to where it's like the interactions that you have with other humans is definitely integrated with the technology.
Yeah, it's
I
just
like that
weird
aspect of it.
It's
weird
worth
to me. A watch. The reason I mention it is because
worth the watch.
The reason I bring it up is because there's a new season that I haven't watched yet.
Oh no, I've only ever watched like part of the first one.
I recommended Spotlight to my sister last night. She watched it. I told her no phones or tablets. Yeah, bitch. I'll know if you did it. She watched it.
Did she like it?
Yeah, she sent me a text message. She's like, I liked it. It was scary.
Spotlight. That was the Catholic church one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, that one shakes you up.
I read the wiki for it after I told her this. I was like, she's like, I loved it, sad but interesting. And I know, right? I read the wiki page after watching the movie. Y me quedé con la boca en el piso. Like I was just like.
Yeah, no, and it's real. It's a real fucking thing. I like the part where the guy's like, well, what do I do about this? And blah, blah, blah. And the Jewish guy makes a recommendation of just like changing religions. He's like, here you go. Here's something to think about. And it's like a Jewish Bible. Yeah. And he's just like, oh.
Yeah, that movie is really fucking good. I haven't. What's a good movie recommendation that I've yet to watch? Nocturnal Animals. I need to watch that.
Nocturnal Animals is good. Nocturnal Animals gives me gag because it's like she got played at the end of that movie. But what makes me?
You're up with the times with the movies. I haven't watched anything.
Good movies this year.
Ooh,
Wind River. What the fuck? Wind River. It's a movie about it's based on true events, but essentially it's about a girl who goes missing and is found dead the next day from freezing to death. She was apparently, they like tried to rape her or something happened, like sexual assault, violence around her. She ran for 6 miles in sub-zero temperatures, and quite a mile, like over the amount that you would normally live in sub-zero temperatures, just breathing in cold air and running. Yeah. And can I spoil it? Do you care?
It doesn't sound like it's easy to find. Go for it.
So at the end of the movie, the guy who basically started everything and like was the asshole that like made everything happen, the main character in the movie is the guy who plays I don't know his name in the Avengers, but the Arrow guy. Mm-hmm. He is the main character, and he takes the guy who started everything up to a mountain and says, "This is your opportunity to run. Do it." And he put him in the same conditions as the girl was. He took his shoes from him. He took off like his sweater and said, "Run." And it's daytime.
Oh my God,
she ran at night.
Avenged her life.
He did, because he's like the sheriff of the small town on an Indian reservation. The whole theme of the movie is Indian reservation life, and like how it can, how indigenous people get treated on Indian reservations. Like police are 24 hours away if you need help from someone like that. And, the departments that be on those, the powers that be in those places aren't very powerful when it comes to like dealing with conflict and issues. Yeah. Like Elizabeth Olsen's character gets sent, and she's like, "What's the problem?" And they're like, "It's a murder." And she's like, "I was the only one sent.
Like, I don't know how to handle this."
Yeah. So she has to call people to come, and they're like, "It'll be a week." Yeah. So there's like a day, like days pass before someone comes and helps them. And the only reason people come sooner is because she gets fucking shot. Yeah.
Because the white bitch gets shot?
Yeah. She's like, she just starts to understand that they're all she has, and she tries her best to help things out. And she does a good job. But, yeah, the guy takes the other guy up to the mountain, takes off his shoes, takes off his coat. It's daytime, so he has an advantage. He can see where he's going, and tells him to run. And he doesn't run more than like 50 feet before he dies of just like breathing in the cold air and coughing up his blood.
Oh my God. That sounds
and the whole theme of the movie is like, this girl was a fighter. She made it this far at night, not knowing where she was going, barefoot. In just like a windbreaker.
Oh, fuck all that.
Yeah. So it was like, it's an intense movie. And it really, at the end of it, the end is what made me cry, because he's sitting with her father, and her father has like, the traditional face paint for mourning. And he's sitting in the front yard with a little fire, and he sits down with him, and like the credits start rolling. And before they start rolling, there's like little screen caps of like facts and statistics, and it shows how many Indigenous women deal with like, you know, like assault and sexual assault on, you know, reservations, and like the number of people who could possibly not be reporting it. Because of the fact that it would just be a useless thing to do. And it's just like heartbreaking to like see those facts play out in the movie and then hear about it at the very end. It's really hard to see, but I recommend it because it was educational. Wind River. Mm-hmm. Elizabeth Olsen and Jeremy Renner. That's his name. Jeremy Renner. It's a good movie though. It's a really good movie. I'd recommend it. It
sounds really good.
It was good.
Yikes. Yeah. When did that come out, or when did you see that?
It came out 2017.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How did I hear about that? Was that like a small
it was an indie movie. Oh. It was not a very big movie.
Oh, okay.
But I was like, but there are 2 Avengers in it.
I mean, she is an Avenger. She's the
Scarlet Witch.
Yeah. She's a lady. Have you seen the new Avengers? The newer Avengers?
Yeah.
What is it called? Avengers with all of them? Or is that Justice League that I'm thinking of? I don't know.
It's Justice League, and yes, I have seen it.
You seen it? Was it good? I liked the Ultron one. That one wasn't awful.
Age of Ultron, that was Avengers, and that was okay, yeah. But Justice League was pretty good. Gal Gadot character, I'm sorry, that's how you say her name, is like heavily featured in it. Did she just?
She's biting the microphone.
Oh. Stop that.
You have your moment. Like, she just looks at you and ignores you.
She's a bitch.
Smooch.
But Justice League was good. Wonder Woman, great movie this year.
I never saw Wonder Woman.
Let me tell you, Nancy, it's so good. There's a scene in it where she's like in the barracks of war, like, you know, down with the guys in that little trench, and they're like, no man can go up there and fight right now. It's like it's uninhabitable. You can't go up there. You're just gonna die. And she's just like,
bitch, I'm Wonder Woman.
That's cute, but you forget who I am, and please understand who I am. So she like takes off her thing, puts on her tiara, gets her shield, and she's like, I gotta go. You can come with me if you like. So she gets up and like walks across the field and beats the shit out of a bunch of Nazis and kills a bunch of like people. And the guys who are in the little barracks are like, what?
But wait.
Yeah. And that's the whole theme of the movie, is just everyone underestimating her.
Wow.
That movie shook me up. I loved it.
I need to watch it.
It's great. Recommend it.
I watched this movie. Have you seen it? It was on Netflix for a really long time, but I think they took it off now. It's called Mary and Max. It's like
I've heard about it.
Stop motion movie. It's a stop motion movie. I don't know who the director is, but it was like it's basically about like pen pals. This girl who has like a shitty home life, like has like a drunk mother, an absent father, like somehow finds herself in like the post office or something. And she decides to write a letter to this person that she finds in the phone book. And she just like, she gets pulled away from the post office, so she just tears the page, and it ends up being this guy named Max who lives in New York. She's in Australia, I believe, and he's in New York, and she writes a letter to him, and she's like 5, 7, so she's like super adorable, like, hey, I have a chicken and I live a shitty life. My mom like drinks sherry and is drunk all the time, but like whatever, I'm like happy, I guess. And she writes this letter, she sends it off to him, and he's a guy who has you find out later that he has Asperger's. So he's like very particular, and he goes off, like he types her on a typewriter, like this big giant letter back. He goes to Overeaters Anonymous because he has problems overeating and like using that as like a coping mechanism. He has like anxiety issues, and so he talks about that, and the whole movie is like rapport between them back and forth.
He's a ferret in a hot car of a person.
Through the years, and it's a really really sweet story. You should watch it.
That does sound sweet. That's cute.
Yeah, it's a really cute story, and at the end it's like it's so good. It's so good. It's a really cute movie. I think I'm gonna buy it for Shane because he Oh no, I think he bought it. I'll bring it to you because I think he has a DVD of it now. That's how we watched it because it wasn't on Netflix anymore. Yeah, I'll bring it to you. It's a good movie. It's a good movie. Was Get Out in 2017? Can we call that a peak of 2017? That was a really good movie.
I don't know.
I think it was. It feels like it.
Ooh, that is not how you spell get.
Really? Miguel, 3 letters? It's been a day.
It was.
It really was. Yay! Get Out was such a good movie.
Get Out had me shook.
It was such a good movie.
Get Out
it was such
fucked my shit up, dude.
Proper thriller movie.
It was. Oh my god, it was.
I was so happy about it. I need to buy it. I want to own it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, thanks so much.
You can just do that. That's fine. Okay. I don't have a peak of the week. I think I'm it's whatever. It's been a regular.
Do you have any honorable mentions?
Honorable mentions?
I have one.
Okay, go for it.
Lemonade turned 2.
Turned 1.
Lemonade had its first birthday this year. And let me tell you, I still haven't forgiven Jay-Z.
Did you ever listen to his album?
444?
Yeah.
I've listened to a couple songs, and that one, the one video, I forget what the song is, but it's like old-timey racist imagery. I thought that was a really interesting... I thought it was an interesting album, but I didn't listen to the whole thing. I was just like, I don't give a fuck what your like input is about the situation.
20, was it 20 songs long or? Good job.
Was it? I don't even know.
It was like a title like 2-3 songs, and I'm like not into that.
Yeah, no, he's not. He's no Beyonce.
I did.
Or Solange. Solange directed SZA's music video.
Did she?
For The Weeknd. You remember SZA?
Yeah.
She directed her video for The Weeknd, and everyone dragged her for it because it was a very Solange style video, and they feel like SZA got like lost in the mix.
Really?
We'll watch it in a little while. You'll see what they called it Cranes in the Parking Lot.
Really?
Because it's literally like SZA singing her song, and like the way SZA is, as I don't understand why they thought the way they did about it, because all of SZA's music videos have been kind of weird and had like interesting turns. Like Love Galore is about getting a guy who doesn't respect you getting in contact with you over sex, and essentially what it was, this video was at the end of the Love Galore video, he gets killed by a woman. A woman hires her to lure him into her house, and then she kills him.
Oh shit. Yeah.
And in this one, it's just, her performing her song in like different situations of like a industrial type building, like a parking lot, parking garage, outside on like a balcony.
But
so, and even in the whatchamacallit video, not Supermodel was weird too. It had an interesting twist in it. But
why did people give it so much shit?
Because of the fact that it was so Solange.
Really?
It was like, you can tell Solange had something to do with it.
There's a comment on the video on YouTube. Solange getting revenge for your old bae tweets, sis. They did you dirty.
Yeah, because SZA insinuated that Beyonce was a white woman in one of and like an older tweet, because of how like whitewashed they kind of like made her look on her album covers and stuff previously. But she's since taken that back, because she realizes with like Self-Titled and Lemonade that there are layers to Beyonce, and you cannot put her in a box.
Yeah.
So I think I don't think that was the reasoning behind the way the video was. It's just kind of, when you hire Solange to produce and direct a video, then it's gonna look the way she wants. And
yeah, a lot of people have their own aesthetic.
It's a SZA song, but a Solange video.
Got it.
Yeah. She's still a great artist. That song, I want her to be with the lead singer of Maroon 5, but she's too much for him. Adam Levine. Have you not seen the song with him? It's super cute.
I feel like I've heard it. What is it?
Ooh, 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 oh, something for you.
Yeah.
Do what lovers do. Ooh, that one.
Yeah.
She's featured in that.
Yeah, she is in that.
The music video is super cute. We should watch that in a little bit.
You want them to be together, like in life?
The couple that they play in, like the music video, is super cute.
Oh.
It's just a super cute music video.
I don't know how I feel about Adam Levine. I don't know how I feel. Ever since they did that performance, I can't remember, it was 2017, 2016, but it was like AMAs or something. It was Maroon 5, and it was that song that they had with Kendrick Lamar, where Kendrick Lamar had a feature. Oh God, I can't remember it. And they like...
Sounds hot and messy.
They like did not try in their performance. Like they were so boring. It was bad.
Let's see what lovers do featuring SZA.
Yeah, it was a bad performance, and ever since then they kind of lost me.
Wait, let's hold off on watching them though, because I want to watch it with you.
Okay.
Super good.
I just want to have them lined up.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's proper. I don't know. Do you have any hopes for 2018 for anything like that? It doesn't necessarily have to be a resolution. But
keep my cat alive, get a better paying job, or just a better job in general. Health insurance and saving.
Oh yeah, you're trying to get a house.
I mean, like, don't put it out there.
You're trying to move on up. I like it though.
I don't talk about things that I want until I'm about to get them.
You have to manifest them. The Secret.
I don't believe in The Secret.
I bought The Secret because I thought it was going to be a lot better than it actually was.
You don't buy secrets.
And it was not good.
You shouldn't have to pay for secrets.
All right, guys. It's been a fun time. Thank you so much. We will see you later. We're about to go watch some music videos. And how timely, my battery's dying.
Yeah.
How nice. Okay.
All right. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Ooh.